Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I'm your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. And if you've been following along, this is episode 112. Holy cow.
Yeah, last week I think you messed up because you said 110 because I saw 111 and I was going to comment about that.
Yeah,
because we have this thing about seeing 11s.
Right, 11s. 11s are if you're into numerology, it's new beginnings, right?
That's what we were told.
That's what we were told, so I believe that's it. So anyway, thanks for joining us tonight, and this is the award-winning podcast as well, and you can find us on all your podcast platforms such as Stitcher, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever else. When we do a show like tonight, tomorrow morning about 5:30 a.m. Eastern time, it will be up and ready for you to listen to. You can also, if you're watching us do this live on video, you can watch us in the Curly Girl Support Group on Instagram at Raw Curls or on our YouTube channel. Which
Please.
Second? Talk amongst yourself.
Time out. Is that what we do?
Yeah. When people on my team don't do their jobs,
you got to be able to focus.
I would not be a good live stage actor.
No, you got to go with the flow and roll with the punches. And
Yep. You know what I always think about whenever I think about how, you really have to be ready to go and whatever, is I remember when we went to the Phil and saw Les Mis?
Yeah.
And the guy who played that lead part was the backup and got called at the last minute and sang that song. And it was like the best thing I'd ever heard. I'm like, because I know a little bit about opera.
It's like a football quarterback. You got to be ready.
I'm like, this guy came like minutes before showtime and just absolutely killed it. Just absolutely killed it. I can't do that.
So let's go.
Tell me, Rhett, whenever you're ready.
We're technically live, but not really live. What does that mean? All right.
Go. Okay. Did you get blocked? Did you get blocked from our own group? I mentioned that lately in our Facebook group that Facebook's been sending me warnings and deleting my posts. I'm like, it's my group, for God's sakes.
Just I'm
the admin.
Terry was listening to last week's episode, and I was in the middle of explaining something or talking about something, and it just cut me off. And I said, I thought Rhett edited me out. I'm like, he edited me out.
He edits me out all the time. So. All right. Well, we're gonna go. Okay, Rhett, can we go live? Should we start? Do I need to start over?
Start over.
Okay.
Just start over.
All right. Melanie wants me to start from the beginning. All right. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Give me radio silence. Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A Mondays with Melanie show. I am your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products that can be found at Raw Hair Organics with an S.com. You can check them out there, as they are our, yes.
Like they do on So You Can Think You Can Dance.
Right.
Number.
Call number 3. Anyway, yeah, you can check us out there. That's our video sponsor for the evening, and pretty much every evening. So this is episode 112. 112 if you've been counting. And do I have to go through anything else, or we just go through? You can. A podcast will be up tomorrow morning on your platforms at 5 a.m. Eastern time, and video you can watch on the Curly Hair Q&A YouTube channel or Instagram. Hey, Instagram.
This is the bloopers show.
This is it. Yeah. Sorry, we're running a little bit late. Some of my crack staff on my team didn't get the questions to me quick enough. So
Okay.
I had to fill in the gaps.
Okay.
So,
Well.
anyway, I had to blame it on somebody.
Okay. He's pointing fingers.
I'm pointing fingers tonight, and you'd be surprised
Because
which finger it would be.
Oh.
Anyway, I have plenty of other stuff to do. So,
well, I hope you all enjoyed last week's show because
Yes.
it was awesome with Wee Dad and her daughter and Sandriel. Yep, that was the reveal of
big
her
reveal.
daughter. Yeah, announcing her daughter. But you know, it was absolutely incredible. Wee Dad is, you know, the biggest name in this game, whether you know it or not, you've heard it or not. But she is literally the one who started this whole curl movement and this whole curl specialty.
Yep.
So it was
And
amazing.
Sherry
to have
confirmed
her.
that. Sherry Harbinger from Diva, she confirmed that in our interview. She said, "Yep." She said, "Yeah, Wee Dad's the one that did, not us."
Oh yeah, she started it, and then, you know, other people came on board and, you know, came up with their techniques, and it's all great. But you know, that's how, you know, she's actually the originator.
The queen. Yeah, she is the queen bee.
The queen, and it was awesome.
And it was awesome.
So I hope you got to see that or check it
Yeah,
out.
and they're going to come on again, and I believe Sandriel is going to come on again because she's got big announcements coming up too. So speaking of which, we have another big name returning guest. You know, Melanie, I didn't get a chance to talk to you about this. It may not be next week. It may be the following week, but so I'm not going to announce the tape, but it's coming up. We got another good one. I've just been loading this up. It's I'm surprised. I don't know why people agree when I ask. I wouldn't. But anyway, do you have any fun facts for us tonight to kind of break the ice?
Oh my god!
Before we get into questions?
Yes. Well,
I didn't say tension. I said ice. Stop it. Anyway.
I'll break the tension.
Did she say create?
No, I
Go
didn't.
on.
Well, I could share something funny about our dog Murphy that most people have seen and met on the show. She has shown us that she likes apples. And we found out last night because we came home from dinner and there literally was an entire apple sitting in her bed. And we were like, where in the world did she get that from? It was crazy. Like, it was just sitting there. She dug it out of a lunchbox that I had brought home from work, and it was sitting on the ground. But she didn't eat it. There's little teeth marks on it. Obviously, she had to grip it to carry it over to her bed, but she just found a little prize and was proud of it. But yeah, kind of funny. Like I have clients whose dogs, you know, get into like chocolate and, you know, meat and, you know, all this, you know, stuff. And our dog, you know, was stealing an apple.
Oh, yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure. Oh, boy. Is she going to show up here anytime soon for another guest appearance?
I almost brought her tonight. I almost did. Yeah, but.
Okay. All right, good. You want to get into some questions?
Sure.
Okay.
Unless you have a fun fact.
I don't have any fun. Yeah, went out to dinner on Sanibel Island last night, which was nice for kind of a delayed Melanie's birthday dinner kind of thing. And Melanie had a cocktail. I saw it. My own eyes.
It was a kiddie cocktail. He told them to hold the alcohol. So
and they did.
Basically, it was chocolate and caramel malt.
It really kind of was.
Oh, you had a glass of wine. Don't try to throw me under the bus.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just pointing it out. Oh, my God. All right, let's get into it. Okay, Melanie, how often do I need to clarify? Let's see. I did it a few weeks ago, and my hair kind of went limp for the second wash after that. Do you have any suggestions or guidelines?
Well, I tell people to clarify as needed. You will notice, you know, if you have a buildup on your hair, if it's getting dull or dry, or, you know, if the products don't seem to be working right. Those are good indicators that you may need to clarify. If you're using products, you know, that are less expensive, that could have the waxes or the, you know, silicones or things in them.
Or just cheaper ingredients in general that don't rinse.
Right.
That have innards.
That are not, water soluble.
Yeah.
You know, then you may want to clarify a little bit more if you're swimming a lot, you know, at least once a week, you're going to clarify to get that chlorine out of the hair. However, I was having this conversation with one of my clients about her granddaughter, and she was clarifying every time she swam. And I said, I think that's too much. It's going to dry out your hair. Rinse it, condition it, and clarify. I would say, at least once a week in that situation. But doing it every time you swim is a little bit excessive.
A little bit excessive?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's lots of people on vacation this week for spring break who would be swimming.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay. All right. Melanie, I would like to use a shampoo that enhances my grays. Is there one that is Curly Girl approved?
Yes. I'm thinking about that. We have one at the salon that's wonderful, but I wouldn't say that that's necessarily considered Curly Girl approved. But let's see. Oh, I know what it was, because I had to think about it. I just used one of these on a client of mine who came in with natural hair, and she said the same thing. She wanted to just brighten up, her natural gray hair. And actually, Organic Color Systems has a color pigmented conditioner. So that's even better because it conditions the hair and it gives it that tone. So they have a silver one that's beautiful. It's called No Limits.
It's called No Limits. And can you look that up online, or is that something that you have to get from a salon or a stylist?
Well, you should have to get it from your salon or a stylist, but who knows these days?
Yeah. All right. Okay, Melanie. What is the trick to adding moisture to low-density curls and yet not getting limp curls?
Okay, so you want to use lighter moisturizers that are humectants that are going to pull moisture into the hair instead of sitting on top of the hair. So things, that are lighter and not just heavy oils that are going to be sitting on top of the hair. So you're going to have to do a little research if you want to look up the specific moisturizing oils, because there are so many. I know jojoba is a good one, but there are several that are, nice for finer hair. But a lot of the conditioners, have done the work for you. So if you find something that's for like wavy, swavy hair, those are going to have moisturizers that are lighter and they're not going to weigh it down.
Okay. Okay. Let's do a related question to that. Melanie, do you have any tips or advice? That's supposed to be. Sorry, I had to do a little correction here. Melanie, do you have any tips or advice for high porosity hair, such as products? She means techniques, etc.
Well, I wouldn't say there's techniques for high porosity hair. Products, you're going to want the opposite then, more moist, heavier moisturizers that are going to have more, heavy oils in them, something to, really hydrate that hair because it's lacking the moisture.
Okay.
Definitely. We talked about this last week, and as much as people hate it, you need to do conditioning treatments, a combination of protein and moisture because, if hair is really high porosity, a lot of times it's lacking that protein and definitely moisture. So, that's the way you're going to get your full benefit.
Yeah. I don't want to go too far off on a rabbit trail here, but I am going to...
Easter.
I get it. Rabbit trail and a bunny trail.
Almost. It's really a month away, isn't it?
All right. So never mind. Anyway, I don't want to go too far off on that, but I just want to point out for those of you who either listen to this podcast or watch these shows on a regular basis, we have had, just to give you an idea, we had the founder of Diva Curl on for an interview. We had the founder of Curlisto on our show. We've had the founder of WeDad on our show. We've had the co-founder of the WeDad flagship salon on our show. We've had the founder of Jessie Curl on our show. We've had the founder of Raw Curls on this show. And every time the discussion of protein sensitivity in my hair, not liking protein has come up, the same answer has been given by every professional.
Ooh, uh-oh.
The same answer.
We've all been in complete agreement.
Yes, they've all
Yeah,
been
there's been no disagreement in that
none.
subject.
So I know in a lot of the curly hair groups on Facebook and on Instagram, you see a lot of people posting and discussing that they believe that that is their problem. But remember, that's not what 5 or 6 experts on this show have said. Actually, I take that back. 6, actually 7, because we had a stylist on here, Andy Davis. It's the same thing. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody's in agreement. So keep that in mind. Like I said, I don't want to go too far down that bunny trail because it's not Easter yet. Mm. All right. Okay. Melanie, is there a difference between mousse and styling foam? And how and what are they used for on curly hair?
No, there really isn't a difference. It's just a name differentiation. So mousse, styling foam, usually the same thing. They're a lighter styling product that is going to be typically like a foamy consistency. And they're going to have a lighter hold factor to them than a gel. So typically I would use them like in the Raw Curls line. We don't have a styling cream. So I use them for people that like to use a styling cream sometimes. The mousse is, a product that they like. Otherwise, I use it for very fine hair that we want to give some fullness and body to, or just somebody who doesn't like the feel of product because it's very light. But it is it's my lowest hold factor product, and I believe most lines similar compared to gels. It's going to have a lighter hold factor.
Okay, I have a gotcha question. And every time I do an interview in the show, I always tell people ahead of time, look, there'll be no gotcha questions.
But you're going to give me a gotcha question?
I'm going to give you a gotcha question. This didn't come from me.
That's not fair.
So I'm going to reword it because it didn't come from me. Let's see. Okay. Melanie, in your Raw Curls line, if you were going to develop a new product, what would it be?
Why is that a gotcha question?
Because it's a 2-part question.
Oh, tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is. Go ahead.
He's got this evil look on his face.
It's a good one. It's a good question. It's a really good question.
Okay. So I have a good answer because there's 2 things that I have been wanting to develop next that we've talked about for a long time, but I'm waiting on somebody, to get it done.
Remember, there's no video on podcasts.
Yeah, well, I'm pointing my fingers at Ken.
All right.
So one of those products is a clarifier. Definitely want to add that to the Raw Curls line. So we can send that out with our...
That'll be next. And an accompanying video link.
Okay. Well, there you have it. And then also a deep conditioner. So like a conditioning mask.
Okay.
There's 2.
I'll get right on that. Now here's the second part of that question. What's your least favorite Raw Curls product?
Oh.
That's
What's
a good one.
my least favorite? Yeah, well, I can answer that actually. My least favorite in the line would be the spray gel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you don't really use it at all, do you?
I don't. I use it once in a while, for when I refresh my curls, if they just aren't behaving, to try to get, if they've kind of really lost their curl formation. Let's say I'm on 3rd or 4th day and I want to try to, get a little more curl in them sometimes. And I don't typically use hairspray. So those are it's used as a spray gel or a hairspray. So for me, I don't use that one a whole lot. Now, people that use it say they love it. So, but
yeah, because we do sell a lot of it.
It's
funny.
Really?
We sell so much of it.
Oh.
I laugh every time I see an order go through that's like a 16-ounce bottle of it. I'm like,
people that use it love it. They love it, but it's just not, something that I typically use on myself or on a lot of my clients even.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys an insider tip. I'm going to give you a scoop. And it just kind of relates to all this because I actually I thought you were going to say something else because it would have been a great excuse. For those of you who are Raw Curls pomade users and have been wondering, as have we, when it's going to come back out again, and I know a lot of you know, but a lot of you don't, so I'll just, without talking like an advertisement.
I love our pomade.
Yeah, I won't talk like an advertisement, but it took us a long time to make that make that product as clean as it is. One of the ingredient blends that goes in there was discontinued by the manufacturer. And
I thought there was more than one.
It's in a blend. It's a blend. And we weren't able to, we were having a real problem trying to find a replacement that actually worked. And we thought, because we manufacture stuff in the natural and organic space. It's not like, typical other brands where, everything's synthetic and you can go to any, warehouse and, buy a couple pallets of whatever ingredient. We can't do that. So we thought, and this has been a year that we've been kind of waiting, that we knew this was happening. I found out last week, here's your insider tip. I found out last week, I think we got it fixed. I think we got it replaced. We're going to find out. I think the end of this week we'll have the first batch of the pilot batches.
Good.
That we'll test and see, but we think we've got that handled. Because we've been out for months.
Oh,
and it looked
a long
like,
time.
Yeah, and it looked like there was no solution in sight.
And
see,
I've
that's
been
what sucks
searching.
about being. Yeah, that's what sucks about being in the natural and organic business is there's, finding replacements for stuff is really. That's why nobody wants to be in this space, because it's really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really easy to make this. It's really hard to make this.
Yes.
But
yes, and I have been searching and searching, even with other brands, trying to find something that we can, sell in the salon. It's similar, and it's been so difficult. Either I find something that's a similar consistency but really crap ingredients, and there's no way I could sell that, or just nothing else that has the same consistency. So we love our pomade. That was not even a consideration of my answer.
Yeah, boy, there's two more. I'm gonna try to mix up some questions, because there's two more questions that they're gonna kind of come off to you like self-serving. So I want to skip through that. Melanie, I have postpartum hair loss. Do you have any suggestions or tips on how to deal with it? I almost said post-mortem. She's got tips.
Oh, my
tips
gosh.
you don't want.
Okay, so postpartum.
At least I didn't say it. I caught myself before.
Okay, so yes, actually, I see this quite often, and it happens to be pretty similar to going through menopause, which I see a lot, and I've experienced myself. I have not experienced the postpartum situation.
That you know about, eh? Just kidding.
I think I would be aware. So anyway, there are products that definitely help to grow the hair back. And, of course, we're going to start with diet and nutrition. From the inside out is going to affect your hair, your hormones, your skin, all of that to help balance you out.
I know a guy that sells a great product.
Really?
Yes,
Who is it?
Me. Anyway, Go on.
Well, collagen proteins, biotin, silica, those are all, great things for the hair. The prenatal vitamins are excellent. A lot of times we would recommend those. They have, specific hair, skin, and nail supplements that you can take. The gelatins are good. All of those things help to, strengthen and, help your body to grow hair, keep hair. And also then, of course, the Xenogen product that we use and sell at the salon, which is awesome. It's natural nutraceuticals form of Rogaine type of product. So it is a more of a medical hair growth product, and it works. So it does not use minoxidil at all. It has all natural nutraceuticals. So that's really awesome. But some people swear by castor oil. There's just ingredients even that we have in some of our products that help stimulate the scalp and the blood flow and things like that are going to be helpful. But definitely focusing on nutrition from the inside out is going to be very important. And then what you're putting on topically, making sure that you're not suffocating the hair or causing more hair loss is going to be just as important.
Okay. Okay. I think we got 3 or 4 more questions. Melanie, what are your best sleep routine tips to keep volume or add volume overnight? I'm trying to avoid having to re-wet and diffuse next day curls. Got any suggestions?
To add volume overnight, that's hilarious.
That would be really cool.
Well, your hair does kind of like get added volume overnight because it gets crazy.
Mine does.
Yeah.
You should see my hair in the morning.
Exactly.
Because I sleep funny.
Well, who doesn't?
I prop my head up kind of goofy. It's just, I don't know why I do it.
So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of funny. You're probably getting added volume by just messing your hair up and getting, frizz and whatever. But so what we normally recommend as far as sleeping is, putting the hair up in a pineapple or a loose, ponytail on top of your head if possible. Some people's hair is not long enough. You can wrap it. You can put a silk bonnet on or a satin cap. Use the satin or silk pillowcases or the pillowcase from Dr. Circadia. What else? And then refreshing in the morning, using different products like the Raw Curls Anti-Frizz, which is a curl refresher. Diva has a curl refresher. Onesta has a curl refresher. Most of the lines do. So basically it's, going to be a light conditioning product that you spray in your hair or put in your hand and, work through your hair to refresh your curls. You can also then go to the spray gel. Like I was just saying, a lot of people do like to refresh with that product to help, get a little bit more cast or curl formation in their hair once it is damp. You can add a little bit extra gel to, do the pinning again to get lift on the top. Julie actually likes to refresh with the mousse, one of my stylists that has a type 4 curl. So, you can just squish some of that into your hair because it's that nice foamy consistency and it'll, help moisten the curls. So there you go.
Okay, good. Hope that helps. Melanie, is there a way to cut my curls where it will quit falling into my face?
Well, there are techniques that we use to help. Some people's hair just has a really strong pattern of growing forward or colics that push the hair forward. And I know it's always a struggle for them. So yes, I tend to sculpt into the curls to help to, push it back from shorter to longer, from front to back. So that's going to help give that movement backwards instead of forward. But then also, real importantly, is how you style it. So, get it pinned and clipped up right away when it's wet so that, and get it flowing in the direction that you want before it dries. So that's all going to be really helpful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes even I've had clients where just a matter of switching which way you're wearing your hair in front. So like if you part on the left and you flip over to the right, try doing the opposite. So part it on the right and flip it to the left because it's going to push it up and back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Melanie, what are the dates of your curly hair cutting classes for stylists? It's in Naples at your salon, correct?
Yes. It's going to be 4th of July weekend, and I believe it's that Sunday and Monday, which are what?
6th and 7th or something?
Yes.
Whatever that Sunday and Monday are, 4th of July weekend.
6th and 7th, I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And there are some spots available still. So
sign up quickly.
If you are, sign up quickly. If you are a licensed stylist, look me up on Facebook, send me a PM, and I will hook you up and take your money. Melanie, have you... I better look at this.
You need a red pen.
Bear with me. I do. I should, really.
You're like a teacher.
Yes, I should, because I'm... Yeah. All right. Okay, let me read this. I'm sorry. Okay. Melanie, have you ever thought of rewriting the handbook for curly girls or just writing your own? Because a number of things in my original Curly Girl Handbook by Lorraine Massey are different than what I've heard you talk about. Have you considered doing that?
I have not. I know we talked actually with Sherry Harbinger about that because there definitely are things that are older techniques in the original book. But wasn't there an updated version?
Yeah, I have.
I thought that there was.
Yeah, there is, but I have not seen it.
Plus, Michelle Breyer put this book together, which just launched last year, The Curl Revolution.
Yeah.
So that has a lot of great information in it from lots of different sources. And it's not, it's not just from the, Diva Curly Girl method. It's, curly girls in general and a lot of different sources. So that's really an awesome book to reference.
She spent a lot of time putting that thing together and a lot of money. It was not cheap either.
Did. So I have not thought about it, and I probably would not be doing that anytime soon.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, this is a lengthy question, and I'm going to have to paraphrase.
Ken has a lengthy answer.
I have a lengthy answer for everything. I'd be a great politician, wouldn't I?
You would.
I have great hair. Okay, first of all. All right. Okay.
Because that qualifies you to be a politician. What happened? What about
I had some,
Trump?
He
does not have great hair.
I had some other thoughts, and I decided against saying
You just stopped there. Okay. Do you have a scandalous past?
No, and that's. But at the same time, I don't want one popping up either.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so maybe there are some hidden scandals in your closet.
No, nothing good. So I have this question. I know I'm only 20, and you could probably tell me that it's not important, right? I know. But I was talking to my friend about gray hair and coloring the hair. And I just don't want to be using chemicals on my hair. I'm too afraid. And I love my hair products now with all these ingredients that I know. And yes, it can be too soon to think about it, but how is it with gray hair, henna, and wavy curly hair? Question. Sorry. Because I was told it doesn't work and that I'm just crazy with this hair stuff.
So what's the question?
That's why I said I had to put the question mark in there. It was kind of a run-on.
She's wanting to know about using henna?
So, yeah. So she's concerned about, let's in a nutshell, she's thinking about dealing with her gray hair in the future.
She doesn't have any.
She doesn't like chemicals. She doesn't have any yet, but she doesn't like chemicals. She likes ingredients that she knows and understands. And she's heard about henna and gray hair, and she'd like to know your thoughts. Does henna work on gray, wavy, curly hair?
It does. So yes would
one word answer for a 6-sentence question.
Yeah.
Good question though.
Mm-hmm. So first of all, I wouldn't, start worrying about your gray hair yet, because then you're going to get gray hair from worrying about it. But it definitely can happen in the near future. And henna it does cover gray. You can definitely use it to color curly hair.
What about resistant grays?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. But there's other products out there. And so that the henna is a very natural product. It is. But there's pros and cons to it. There are also other colors that are professional oxidative dyes that are similar to what have always been used in the salon. So you have more options, you have more control. It's less time consuming, it's less messy. That are also, very gentle on the hair and very conditioning. So, we use non-ammonia hair colors, organic sourced hair colors in my Raw Hair Organic salon. And it's beautiful for curly hair. So, we can achieve professional results. Henna is a stain. It's going to stain the hair. A lot of times it has a really very orangey undertone to it. And once you have it in the hair, it just has to grow out. You can't remove it. You typically cannot color over it. So, but
I thought you said you had tricks.
I do, but
a typical stylist may not.
That's me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
you're a rule breaker, right?
That's right. I'm a rule breaker.
You're a rebel.
I am. Yep, I am.
I'm a rebel, Dottie.
Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of things that other people may not. So, and, we've been able to successfully, color over henna, but it's not recommended.
No.
So anyway.
You don't want to tell how?
No.
But
you can melt the hair.
Things you wouldn't understand.
I think we had a picture of that, didn't we? where somebody's hair was like melting because they didn't
Yes.
admit that they had used henna.
Oh,
A stylist tried to color it.
yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. It can be.
So anyway, those are some of the pros and cons. It definitely is natural. It can be conditioning. It can cover. It's good for gray hair for sure, but it's not always compatible with regular hair color then, and it's a stain and it has orangey undertones.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Let's wrap it up. Keep in mind, it's either going to be next week or the week after. We have a special guest coming on, and then it looks like the last week of April, and I'm going to confirm this. I'll know by next show. It looks like we're going to have a representative from the Olaplex company come on for live Q&A like we did last week, and like we're going to do either next week or the week before.
That was going to be my other fun fact. You just reminded me and I forgot.
What was the fun fact?
Well, because we did talk about this once before, and it is true that Olaplex has come out with other products. They're already up to 3 additional products. So 1, 2, and 3 are the treatments, the stylists, professional 1 and 2, and then the take-home number 3. And then 4 and 5, shampoo, conditioner, and now they just launched number 6, apparently a leave-in treatment.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have in the next couple of weeks, we'll have one of the reps from the company come on, and you guys can ask anything you want, and we'll throw it at him or her, depending on who they send us.
Oh.
We'll see.
It's not going to be the founder?
We'll find out.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
When I went to their booth and I filmed a little Q&A last year at the Premier Orlando Hair Show, Industry Trade Show, and yeah, they pawned me off like right away. So I said, hey, I'd like to do some Q&A, on video and whatever, and he was like, but let me get one of my girls in here.
Oh.
They pawned me off pretty quick. I'm not a gotcha guy. I'm not that guy. I hate that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm just asking regular.
Maybe they thought you were creepy.
Could be. The founder's a guy. If it was a chick, I could see it. It wouldn't be the first.
The guys
time.
like you. What do you mean? No, the girls would think you're creepy.
Tried to do the giveaway at the girls at the gym.
Guys like you.
Get away from me.
They like to. Remember that guy that you went and saw about the moisturizer?
I have
the
stories.
guys at the hair show.
I have stories. Oh.
Of course you have stories.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the massage I went for on my wedding day. Well, that worked out well. Jeez. I have stories like you wouldn't believe. I could tell stories forever. All right, but we won't. So anyway, we'll see you guys what? What?
Well, I brought a surprise for in case you were rambling on.
No, we're running out of time. Are we out of time, Rhett? Say yes.
I'll use it anyway. I'll use it anyway, just for fun.
Ow! What was that?
Yeah, that's from Rita.
Oh, what? What? Yes, I'm telling you. Howie.
It didn't hurt. It's Nerf.
You want me to shoot you and see what you think?